Aaron Gordon, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Happy birthday. I'm Lauren Williams from the AJC. I'm just curious, as you went into these open runs, what impressed you most about how your teammates came back from the offseason?
I felt like more than anything, they were focused on the IQ, right, learning the game. I feel like everybody is talented, but it takes a level of understanding mentally, right, to be able to use your gifts in the correct fashion. So I feel like more than anything, guys are trying to apply that themselves and learn the game, learn the teammates' tendencies, and just trying to play within the flow of the game a little bit more. And I like it.
Yeah. And how do you navigate being on a team and your name kind of consistently being in trade rumors? How do you kind of stay professional and do what's still expected of you?
I just do. There's nothing, that, really forces me or drives me to besides just trying to stay true to myself. I'm not a person that comes in and that lets what's happening in my world affect somebody else's world, especially when we have to all come in together, right, as a facility. And if I want to be looked at as a leader and all that good stuff, I can't let whatever's going on in my life affect everybody. So I just try to think about it as not being selfish and just handle what I got to handle.
John, second what you said as far as happy birthday goes.
Appreciate that.
Looking forward to a great season from you. What have you been working on throughout this off season? As you mentioned, we did see you in the summer games and such. Every year since you've been a Hawk, we've seen something in your game improve, whether it's 3-point shots and things of that nature. So what have you worked on this summer, and what are you looking to improve on?
Always just, first and foremost, is overall be a better player, be smarter, as I talked about, be a better leader, be a better teammate. But skill-wise, I'm just trying to work on, my ball handling, my shot selection in terms of getting to my spot, right, and shooting the shots that I'm comfortable with, as well as just being able to create a myriad of options to get to my spots, right? Not over complicating the game, trying to simplify it through just understanding my game more, right, and tighten up a couple screws and bolts. So I just say creation, right, or my ability to create for myself and for others, as well as my ability to play off the ball. So, I'm working on everything.
And then if I could just follow up quickly, off the court, of course, you're becoming known in the world of fashion with the Baptists and such. Could you give us any updates on what you may have coming this fall or any new apparel that you're working on?
Yeah, definitely been an all-summer thing for me with, my team, and just trying to work on, growing myself personally through my brand and, expressing myself through my clothing. So you're definitely going to see a lot of more creative ideas. Hopefully, I can have some more success, a lot more success on the court. That always helps whatever I'm doing off the court. So just going to try to keep positive energy for that and just try to stay focused.
Hey John, happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Just wondering, how are you feeling health-wise? Your finger, of course, and then anything else that you've been dealing with? And also, what was it like playing with DeJounte and Trey in different Color-M games? And what was it like going to Seattle and playing there and meeting up with Jamal Crawford and all that?
Yeah, so my finger and my foot, they're both doing well. Foot, I definitely feel like has healed completely. Playing faster. It's a matter of trying to take care of myself. Maintenance and just being consistent, right? With just taking care of my body. My finger. Shoot. My finger. Obviously, I feel like it's not going to be too pretty. But in terms of its functionality and my ability to use it for basketball, it hasn't affected me in any way. So just blessed that I can still play basketball with illness that I do have, but not taking away from anything I can do. So confident in that as well. So been a good summer, and in terms of playing with DJ and Trey, that's always good to go out there with Trey. I feel like with Trey it's like riding a bike, but with DJ it was always going out there to see him and put ourselves in his city, his hometown, right? Go out there and meet Jamal. We just wanted to put our best foot forward for DJ and try to welcome him to the team, welcome him to the A in any way we could, and why not go to his city, right? Go to his side of town and just try to embrace him that way. So it was great, and I definitely we put on a little show, so that was always good to do too, right? Get that chemistry started early.
Hey, John. Hope all is well. Coach talked about, speaking of the trade talk, Coach talked about the talk that you all had, and as far as that and what he dealt with when he was going through it. But how does that make you feel, knowing the fact that your coach got your back like that? You know, to take time to really talk to you about that and let you know that, you know, you're still a Hawk and you won it.
You know, I knew Coach had my back before, but to hear him, you know, say it again, and continue to say it, and continue to just be a person I can come talk to. You know, he pulled me into the locker room to have a conversation. You know, it means a lot to me that he's thinking about me. But if there's any one person in that organization I feel like understands, you know, my perspective when it comes to that is Coach, right? Being a coach for however many years he's been coach now. I don't want to talk about it too bad. But, you know, he's seen a lot, you know what I mean? So I trust that he knows exactly what I'm going through, and it's just good that I can confide in him, you know what I mean? It's cutthroat business, so it's always good to have some reassurance from Coach for sure.
Not a basketball question, but 25 years young, JC, if you could pick one piece of advice that you've gotten now through 25 years of life, what would it be that's kind of, you know, stuck with you?
You know, outside of, you know, my mom is trying to keep what she instilled in me in terms of my character, right? Just being myself, trying to be authentically myself. That's one. And then I feel like the next part about it is, you know, she always told me, you know, write positive, you know, keep a positive mind to aspire for more positive things, right? You can't ask for positive thinking negative or feeling negative. And then I'd say the last one is, you know, to not really try too hard, to have the intent, right? To have the mentality, to know what you want, to not, you know, force yourself on anything, right? You sort of try to let it happen with the mentality and the intent, right? And you know, approach that you already had and that you wanted. So, as I said, you know, not trying too hard, but still trying just enough. And I feel like finding that balance for me is a big piece of advice that I always keep with myself. It's just to go with the flow and to follow my first mind, even though I won't always be right. It's a learning experience, so try to flow with the sake, go with the flow.
How do you feel heading to Abu Dhabi, and how do you feel it's going to help team chemistry just being out there for so long?
Yeah, you know, not too excited about that 16-hour plane ride, but you know, it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience for sure. Going out to Abu Dhabi, you know, I don't know if I would ever really go there for any reason. So obviously, like I said, not, you know, a place that I would have thought I was going, but an experience that I'm happy to take a journey on with my teammates and to bond with them early in the season. I know that'll help us gain some chemistry, just being someplace different together. So I'm hoping it all comes together in the way that we all hoped it did. It works, you know, to work out. Problem.
When you get a new pick and roll partner, another pick and roll partner, what do you expect to go through in camp and in the preseason with DeJounte to kind of get your timing and communication on the same page in the pick and roll?
You know, I mean, to be honest, the first thing that we're going to get is, you know, a lot of mess ups, right? You know, we're not going to be perfect, right? We got to find the chemistry, right? You know, same thing with Trey, although we felt it chemistry, right? And we knew we had a feel for each other. You know, other guys understand that we have a feel for each other too, and aren't just going to let us, you know, just go out there and do our thing. So it all comes to fine tuning, right? Getting into the practice game, running a million pick and rolls until, you know, he knows where I like to catch the ball and I know how he likes to roll for him, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, we build on and we eventually just naturally let happen. As I said before, so it's trying to do it, also letting it happen and trying to just let it build into what it could be. Just stay confident, stay positive.
We got time for two more.
John, have you given any advice to Trey about having a newborn? And if so, can you give up one that you given him?
I mean, the first piece of advice that I just gave him was, man, you know, you got to be on. You know, you never really going to be off. And when you come for practice, you know, Trey's Trey. You know, going around whether he's outside, whether it's media day, and you got to go home to, you know, he's married as a lady at home, has a little one now, so you never really can turn it off. You know what I mean? You always, you know, you being outside, you're Trey Young, and at home you're dad now. You know what I mean? So it's always more responsibility than you are think you have, but it's something that he'll get used to. You know, I always feel like having, you know, son or daughter makes you better, makes you hone in on being a better person, right? You're trying to show that next generation, your next generation, what you want, you know, how you want them to act and how you want them to continue on the legacy. So, again, it takes some time, but, you know, he's always got to be on.
John, what have you learned more about DeJounte being a teammate now, especially like on the court working with him? And is there anything that's kind of impressed you now that you're that close to him instead of just watching him in San Antonio?
Yeah, I always knew he was a, say it this way, but he always had that dog, you know, dog mentality. He's, you know, he wants to win. He's not scared of anybody, you know, and I can see that. You know, we even had a couple interactions on the court against each other when we played. I'll let you guys go, you know, look at those. But if that shows you anything about what, you know, what's in here, I can feel it now in the way he speaks. You know what I mean? He's a damn good dude, and I'm happy to have him on my team. I'm happy that he plays the way he does. He's a hooper, you know what I mean? Doesn't try to do too much, goes out there and flows and plays his game. And to me, right now, one of the best defensive players in the NBA, leading the league in steals. So, you know what I mean? I'm happy to have DJ on the squad. I'm happy that he's even more genuine, you know what I mean, than I would have thought, not knowing him. So, again, happy that he's here.
Thank you, JC.
Thank y'all, appreciate it.